Yes.
Not yet.
Morning.
I don't fill anything in until I've got at least 5 clues.
Say what you like. I'm keeping the beard.
Otherwise, I might have to carry around a paper that makes me look like I'm shit at crosswords.
Why is everyone ignoring my beard?
Oh, what's that thing on your face?
Thank you.
It's hideous.
Part of me only grew the thing to goad you saddos.
Why did the other part grow it?
To make my chin look longer.
That part works, I think.
So you don't think I look like a twat?
Not because of the beard, no.
Anyway, that's a breakup beard.
A what beard?
You know, when someone has a hard time moving on after a breakup and compensates by altering their appearance.
Although most people do something that makes them look better.
I'm not having a hard time moving on.
That's because you're in denial about your relationship being over.
I dumped Katie. How could I not know it was over?
You're also in denial about being in denial.
Coming out of a long-term relationship is never easy.
What would you know? The longest you've been out with someone is Glenn, and that's been, what, 3 weeks?
6 weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry, that makes you an expert, does it? If I'm so in denial, how come I'm getting laid this evening?
Classic symptoms of denial. Baseless self-confidence, tendency to exaggerate, silly beard.
Can I ask who by?
None of your business.
Oh, I see. Just made her up then.
All you need to know is that as of tonight, I'm waging a campaign of total promiscuity.
Morning. Morning. What? Oh my God. Have you broken up with Katie?
You told her to say that, didn't you? You want a coffee?
I'm not shagging you, Dominic.
What are you talking about?
I can smell the desperation a mile off.
That wasn't what I meant at all.
Oh, as long as that's clear, I'd love one. I'll be at my desk. Did I forget to tell you that Madeline from Human Resources needed to see you as soon as possible?
When?
Yesterday.
She wanted to see me yesterday, or you forgot yesterday?
Both.
Trousers.
You had long enough to make up who you're going to shag yet?
I really think I care whether you believe me or not. Madeline, from Human Resources, if you must know.
It's a good job that didn't sound like the first name that came into your head.
As in Madeline, who's married from Human Resources?
As in Madeline, who needs to see me urgently.
You didn't know she was married, did you? Bed sores.
Oh.
It says here that you've had 23 sick days in the last 12 months.
23? Wow.
14 of which fell on either side of bank holidays or vacations.
I had this dodgy thing in my tummy. It wasn't serious, but I was throwing up. It was a parasite. This massive worm, the size of a large worm.
All right. I'm not here to cross-examine you, just to say that in future we'd quite like a doctor's note.
Do you fancy coming for a drink this evening?
With you?
It's okay. I know you're married. I just thought we could go out. What do you say?
I was going to have an early night tonight.
Just a quick one.
I don't want to go for a drink with you.
Not just me. There's going to be a whole gang of us.
Oh, right.
It'll do you good to meet people.
I've been here 2 years.
Obviously, that's what I said. I was like, isn't she married? And they said, well, married people still go out for drinks, so... I'm not leaving till you agree.
How are you?
Okay. How are you?
Okay. Listen, I have to cancel tonight.
Oh.
I have a pile of paperwork to catch up on. We'll do it later this week.
Never mind.
You sure you're all right with that?
Of course. Bye.
Bye.
cleaner found this in my flat.
It's a ring.
It's a wedding ring.
So?
It's not mine, and it's not Shona's.
Neither of you have been married, that'll be why.
I think it could be Glenn's.
Glenn's not married.
But what if he was? He's never around at weekends. He never invites Shona back to his place. He gets defensive whenever I ask him really personal questions.
What if he's a secret agent?
Plus, his whole demeanour is married. What other possible explanation can there be for a wedding ring ending up in our flat?
A magpie could have flown in the window with it.
How likely is that? The only time I've ever heard of a magpie actually stealing something in real life was... In fact, it was in Tintin, so that doesn't even count.
When was the last time you cleaned your flat before you got a cleaner?
We clean at least once a month.
The kind that involves moving objects bigger than shoes?
Well, if it isn't Glenn's, whose is it?
I've got no idea. Maybe it belongs to the people who lived there before you.
I still think I should tell Shona.
What? That the cleaner found a ring belonging to someone who either occupied or visited your flat in the last 10 years, therefore Glenn must be married?
You're right. I need more proof.
More? You haven't got any. What you need is to stop looking for things that aren't there, because otherwise it'll look as though you actually want Glenn to be married, because you're feeling pushed out now that Shona's got a proper boyfriend.
So, how's your campaign of total promiscuity going? In hindsight, that may have been a foolish thing to say.
At the time, I wondered if you hadn't overlooked a few details, like the consent of at least 2 women.
What makes you think she doesn't want to shag me?
It's hilarious. The thing about Madeline is she's married.
So?
I don't know what's more ridiculous, the thought of her consenting or of you going through with it.
Why would I not go through with it?
Come on. Even you aren't capable of doing something so completely sad and desperate just to make out you're over Katie.
Just because you finally managed to pull a bloke who doesn't leg it 5 seconds after he's shagged you.
Just because you can't hack being single.
I take to it like a duck to water. I was born to be single.
I'll second that.
You'll be lucky if she lets you buy her a drink.
I'm shagging Madeline this evening, whether you like it or not, possibly in her home, if not in her marital bed. And you never know. I might even shag her in her husband's pyjamas.
You in them or her?
Neither. Both. And you know what? I'm going to put it on my list.
Shag in pyjamas?
Shag a married person.
You can't put that on your list.
Well, I just have.
One last thing. Women tend to get turned off when men bleat on about their ex-girlfriends.
What makes you think I'm even going to mention Katie? We went out for years, but if I'm honest, the only thing that kept me in the relationship was the sex. The fact that I could always get it, that is, not the fact that it was great. I mean, it was good, don't get me wrong, particularly from my end.
Where are the others?
Over there.
Are they joining us?
They don't like this table.
Why don't we join them?
I don't like that table. I'm just popping to the bar. Would you like another drink?
No, thanks.
Don't worry, I'll pay for it.
What?
Snap out of it.
I can't help it. Wherever I look, I can't stop thinking about Glenn having a wife. I look at Shona, Glenn's married. I look at Dominic chatting up the married woman, Glenn's married too. I look at you, who used to be married, Glenn's still married.
Get a grip. Glenn's not married.
We don't know that for sure. I never liked Glenn.
Yes, you did. You fancied him.
For one day. But I never trusted him.
Is Madeline supposed to look so frightened?
That's sexual tension. You see? That's someone who can't wait to get me home.
No, that's someone who can't wait to get herself home without you.
All right, if you're so clever, how would you make her relax?
I'd start by physically removing you from the pub. Alternatively, you could make out that you're vaguely interested in something she has to say.
Like what?
Well, I have heard that some women enjoy being complimented on their appearance.
Like I haven't already. I like your arms.
In what way?
They're hairy. Not excessively hairy, no hairier than Katie's. Mind you, she had hairy arms. But as long as your armpits aren't hairy, what do I care?
Actually, I might head off.
You can give me a lift if you want.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What if I just walk you to your car? You don't have to give me a lift. Then, if you change your mind, you don't have to do anything.
Do anything?
Shag me. Although you can shag me.
I don't want to.
And you don't have to. Although, if it's because you're worried you wouldn't enjoy it, don't be.
Goodbye.
Even if I have to finish you off with my hand.
I'm not going to say anything. As your friends, the worst thing we could do would be to point out how predictable, yet compelling that whole episode was.
If he'd have shagged Madeline, he'd have only regretted it.
Not half as much as she would.
Sex with married people must be shit. Because it's not about the sex. It's about the marriage not working, so how can it be good?
I don't know.
You know, Dominic's problem is he just didn't realise how crap being single is. Single people just don't go around saying how crap it is, because if they did, it'd be even more crap.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, it's a message from Glenn. He says hi and hopes I've had a good evening. And he misses me. Oh. But he's going to bed, so don't bother calling him. Do you think I should call him? It's 11:30, is that too late?
Don't ask me.
Oh, he's so lovely. Don't you think he's lovely? Something wrong?
Not at all.
Yes, there is.
You remember Dominic's suggestion that one of us sleep with a married person?
Mm-hmm.
I think one of us already has, that's all.
You think Dominic slept with Zoe?
I'm not saying. No.
Well, it can't be you.
I'm not saying.
You said think. How can you not know whether or not you shagged a married person?
I might not know whether they were married.
Might not know who's married.
That's all I'm saying. Glenn.
You've shagged Glenn? You think Glenn's married?
I'm not saying.
Yes, you are. That's exactly what you're saying.
The cleaner found a ring, which, by process of elimination, can only belong to Glenn.
Which ring?
The one the cleaner proposed to you with.
Why would he propose with Glenn's ring? He's on £7 an hour. He could buy his own.
He wasn't proposing. He was telling you he found it. You freaked out. He freaked out. Forget the cleaner. The point is, Glenn is married.
You don't think I'd know? It's not something you can hide like a small knob. If someone's married, it's glaringly obvious.
It is glaringly obvious. He's made absolutely no attempt to hide it. That's partly why we all missed it. We were so busy assuming that if he was so obviously shagging you, he wouldn't be so obviously married, whereas in fact, he's both.
I could go round to Glenn's now and show you if I wanted to. Do you know where he lives?
You see, that's how obvious it is.
Well, I'll phone him then.
Do you know his home phone number?
I know his mobile number.
That's because he can switch his mobile off while he's being married.
Glenn is not married, Conrad.
You don't know where he lives, you don't know his phone number, you never see him at the weekends. His shirts are always immaculately ironed.
You iron your shirts?
No man irons shirts as well as the ones Glenn wears.
Well, maybe he gets someone to iron for him.
Yes. His wife.
Well, maybe he has a cleaner too.
We had a cleaner, he has a cleaner. Bit of a coincidence, don't you think?
Not really.
The shirts aren't conclusive, but everything else is.
Hello. It's Shona. Just to let you know that I got your message, but you're not there. You're probably working late or in a tunnel, so don't worry about returning this message. Bye. Fuck off.
Celia, can you help me? I was trying to dial a number, but halfway through I got cramp. Could you finish it off with your hand?
No problem. I could email them.
Oh, sorry, I need hard copy. By midday, finished off by hand.
What's up with you?
I accidentally disclosed my Glenn is married theory to Shona.
You told Shona Glenn was married?
She asked me what I was thinking.
Oh, you fucking idiot! Did you hear nothing I said?
I couldn't help it.
You do know he's probably not married.
Whether he's married or not is not the point. The point is, I think he's married, and I had to get it off my chest.
You big, gay, selfish monster. How did you take it?
You know when we sat down to watch The Sixth Sense, and you said, is that the one when Bruce Willis is dead all the way through but doesn't know it?
I've never seen The Sixth Sense.
I thought that was you.
He's dead all the way through it?
It was released ages ago.
Well, I've been meaning to see it for ages, thanks.
You can't expect me not to disclose twists just because you can't be asked to watch something the first time it's out.
How can he be dead all the way through?
It may sense when you watch it.
Well, I won't be watching it now, will I?
This is exactly how Shona reacted.
This is a staff announcement. Could all female members of staff please note that owing to the breakup of his long-term relationship, Dominic Hamilton is now single and guaranteed to give you a good time, even if he has to finish you off with his hand.
There's a huge bunch of knobs that work here.
That's why you fit in so well.
Well, excuse me for knowing exactly what women need, but don't like talking about because they're sexually repressed.
Hideous, hideous, and more hideous.
Are you telling me Rich never had to finish you off? Hello? Reception? Fuck off. It's not about what I said to Madeline anyway. It's about the fact that people here can't hack the fact that someone is single out of choice and fucking good at it. So they're trying to make it hard for me, so I give up and go scurrying back to Katie like a fucking mouse. But they might as well not bother because it's over and I'm never going to see her again. Never mind phone her up like some wailing baby. Although that reminds me, I do actually have to phone her. I don't want to, but I've got no choice.
Really?
I need to pick up a few things, you know? I keep a few pieces of underwear there for in case I spend the night. You don't think I should phone her?
Listen, I'm a bit busy.
I know what you're thinking. Dominic isn't over her. He's inventing some dodgy reason to worm his way back into her life. But actually, that's not what I'm doing at all.
Madeline, hi, have you got a moment?
If this is about Dominic, I'm sorry. I told a few friends, they told some friends, and it snowballed. He's a fucking pervert, though, isn't he?
Glenn Freeman, I was wondering about his marital status, just out of interest.
That kind of information is strictly confidential. I can't discuss anything about anybody without a very good reason.
Well, we've been fucking each other for about 6 weeks. Is that a good enough reason?
He's married.
I've totally accepted it's over. That's partly why I want to move my stuff out. Make a clean break once and for all. Can't be easy. Every time she sees a little piece of me, my pyjamas, a pair of pants. She's probably still sleeping in my underwear.
I doubt it.
This way she can start to piece her life back together. Although it'll probably take her years, even to have sex with someone else. She's not one of these slappers who has sex with the first bloke who comes along.
I thought she was.
Of course not. When she picked me out, it was after a lot of careful consideration.
That would make sense.
At the end of the day, she's got taste. That's one of the things I admire most about her.
I know why I've never seen your house. I know why I don't have your home phone number. I know about your shirts.
My shirts?
I know who irons them. Your wife.
She doesn't. We have a cleaning lady.
Oh.
But I am married.
I can't believe you thought I wouldn't notice.
I am married. I should have told you. I didn't, because I was enjoying myself. I got carried away. I'm sorry. Can we just say it's over and forget about it?
You can't end it. If anyone's going to end it, I'm going to end it.
Go on then.
3 more days and it would have been 6 weeks.
If you want to wait till then.
Don't be flippant.
I'm just trying to make this as quick and painless as possible.
Well, let's see how painless it is when I phone your wife and tell her that she's not the only one who hasn't been ironing your shirts.
Do you know her number?
No. Can I have it?
Not really.
Well, I'll write her a letter then.
Do you know what my address is?
I'll look in the phone book.
We're not listed.
Well, how about I run around this fucking place telling every fucking person what you've fucking done? Thought that might shut you up.
And when she does start shagging someone, after however long it takes, I bet it'll be an excellent bloke, you know? Probably be a lot like me, with a smaller cock, obviously.
Miracles have been known to happen.
And without my technique.
Do you think maybe he'll shag her in your pyjamas? That would be ironic.
You'll be pleased to know he's married.
Who is?
Glenn.
Fuck me. Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
He's had a wife all the time you've been...
That is correct.
And he's not just making it up so he doesn't have to dump you?
Not helping, Dominic.
6 weeks? I can't believe you didn't realise.
All right, calm down.
There I was, trying to shag a married person, and you've been doing it all along. Guess what? Glenn's married.
Is he?
You knew? Am I the only fucking person who didn't know?
I just found out.
Oh, well. As long as I'm not the last person in this building, that's all right. Even though I am the only one actually having sex with him.
Apart from his wife.
His wife doesn't actually work in this building, though, does she?
It's Katie.
We're busy, Dominic.
But she's ringing me up. This could be serious.
Yeah, whereas my life's a big joke.
What do you think she wants? Do you think I should answer it? Maybe I should, I don't know. Fuck.
Hello, Dominic Hamilton. Oh, hi, Katie. How are you? I'm great.
You've ruined my life.
I didn't ruin it, Glenn ruined it. How did I ruin it?
You're a man.
Hardly.
You wanted this to happen.
I took no pleasure whatsoever in the fact that your relationship with Glenn didn't last 6 weeks.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I know you think I've been feeling resentful because I've been excluded from certain parts of your life since Glenn came on the scene,
Well,
but...
I do think that. I hadn't articulated it as clearly as that, but now that you have, yes, that's exactly what I think.
All right. Maybe I have slightly. But it doesn't mean I'm happy he's married.
Yes, you are. You're fucking ecstatic.
No, I'm not. I'm not even smiling.
You've ruined my life, Conrad. It doesn't matter what you say or what you do. Whatever happens from now on, my life is ruined and you are responsible. End of story.
You'll never guess what.
What?
I just proposed.
Not the ideal time, actually.
I'm not sure what happened. Katie phoned me up. I was all ready to ask my pants back, but it was like she'd read my mind. She was phoning me to let me know she'd made up a small box of my things to collect, including my pants. And I'm not sure if it was just the coincidence or the thought of her packing my pants, but the next thing I knew, I'd asked her to marry me. Did I miss something?
Glenn's married.
Shit, that's right.
Thank you, Dominic.
What for?
Several seconds ago, I thought there was nothing that could make me feel worse. But now I realise that there was.
You actually proposed on the phone?
Is that bad?
When you're taking a decision on the rest of your life, it helps if you consider what you're doing for at least 30 seconds.
I don't know. I think it's quite romantic, all things considered.
For a man who offers to finish women off with his hand, I doubt romance holds the same significance as it does for the rest of us.
She hates me.
I said she would.
No, but she hates me properly.
Oh, she'll get over it. And if she doesn't, well... I don't really know what to say. I mean, to cheer you up. There's always my wedding to look forward to. And Katie knows loads of unbalanced single girls who need a gay best friend.
Remind me to always call on you in a time of crisis, Dominic.
Glad I could help.